on a very, very good Friday. My name is Emiel Brok. I am the host for this show. And today we were actually listening to the Dropkick Murphys in this opening. And who picked this great song? It's my friend and colleague Knut Trepte. Knut, hello. Can you please say welcome to the Friday Ketchup audience?
Hello, welcome to Friday Ketchup.
Hey! Is this your first appearance in a Friday Ketchup, Knut?
I think it's at least it must be my second.
Right?
It must be my second.
Yeah. So I already have one chameleon to give away because somebody sent in a question, and the question was a question that I'm going to ask you, and therefore Paulo in Mexico, you will get a chameleon from us. So that's good. I'll show you. Here it is. It will come your way. Hopefully I can bring it myself. But thanks for putting that question in. The question was, how does the box of chocolates or Forrest Gump, how is that related to security regulations?
That's a very good question. Yeah, that's a picture I used a lot.
Yeah.
Just to describe that a good answer for any kind of company out there towards requirements of customers about security and is a certification.
Yeah.
So there are plenty of certifications out there, and one of the most prominent one is an ISO 27001 certification, right? Which is basically about an ISMS inside a company, but the problem with the ISO 27001 certifications out there is that it is hardly comparable. While it basically says that a company has done reasonable effort for their cybersecurity, it doesn't mean that it's comparable. Why? Because you can leave out certain aspects, and it's probably already done in many companies out there.
Yeah.
One good example for what is left out in many companies is home office. Another thing is bring your own device, for example, and any kind of other kinds of shadow IT, which is hard to control.
Okay.
So, and for example, let's say you are an company or an entity that is now subject to new legislation in the European Union, like, for example, NIS2, then your company and even the leadership of your company is now responsible for the security of the supply chain.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry for interrupting you, but the question came from somebody in Mexico. Why does EU regulation in any sort of way is relevant for somebody in, for example, Mexico?
That lies in the definition. So NIS2 is targeting any company that is delivering services or products towards the European market of a certain kind.
Okay.
So, for example, electricity or electronic engineering, oil, gas, whatever. So there's a plenty long list of sectors. If your company delivers products of those kinds towards the European market, and it's more than 50 employees and more than 10 million annual turnover, even though you are a company outside of Europe, you might be a company outside, you are affected by this legislation.
All right. Okay. And there is another reason that if I get a question in when I'm doing a presentation on this topic as well, and that is that if it's a good security level for somebody in the EU, it most probably will also be a good security level and measurement for anyone in the whole world.
Absolutely, but one reasons why why NIS2 has been set up for the specific sectors was it was targeting basically infrastructure. It was more and more of our daily life is depending on the availability of gas, electricity, and other kinds of services. So the EU now wanted to make sure that those services are persistent, available for any customer inside the EU, and therefore stabilizing the society. These sectors are normally also on a threat level called nation state action. So they could be weaponized probably by, and that's the worst kind. Nation state action basically means that there are advanced persistent threat, APTs, out there, which are state-backed groups of hackers that try to hack an organization or hack into a society and probably cause trouble, or retrieve information, or just set up an opportunity to cause trouble or disrupt society. So we have seen these kinds of attacks in Europe taking place, and so what I think what's good for Europe should be good for the rest of the world.
Okay, thank you very much. That's really cool. Hey, and I would say enough about IT and threats and security. Why did you pick Dropkick Murphys with blood?
Oh, I love Dropkick Murphys. It's the energy of the Irish folks, right? I remember I was returning from a long distance travel to Europe, and I was entering Ireland, and I was a little down, and I was just entering a pub, and those folks got me up and partying. So I love that. And especially this song is about persistence, and you care about your neighbor, such as like SUSE cares for its customers and their customers. So that's what I like about it.
Cool, really, really great. Knut, thank you very much for being in Friday Ketchup again. And thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, give a heart, leave a comment. And if you are putting in a question that I will talk about next time with the next guest, then you will get a lovely plush chameleon. So make sure that you send in a question, leave a comments, hearts, and maybe you win a chameleon. Thanks all for watching. Have a lovely weekend and see you next time. Knut, thank you very much. Let's go back to the Dropkick Murphys.
Hey, ho!